this is Joyful Yogini here, and welcome to Intuition Wednesday. So this is where you get to practice your own intuition. I'm also live on Reddit, live on YouTube. Let's do this. And even though it is such a beautiful day outside, it is chilly in the house. I don't know if we have air conditioning on or not. I didn't think we turned that on yet. So I got a blanket on. I got a long sleeve shirt on, but it's really nice outside. I'm so grateful to have this nice weather this weekend. I can't remember if it's Saturday or Sunday. I think it's supposed to go to 34 or 35. Oh, my battery's running low. Anyways, I'm super grateful. I'm loving summer weather. I'm plugging you guys in, Reddit. Don't want to run out of batteries. You guys are already plugged in. All right, so what the heck is Intuition Wednesday? Just in case you're new to this, Intuition Wednesday is where you get to practice your own intuition. So I choose a card deck, and I'm going to pull 3 or more cards, and I'll just show you the backs of the cards to start. And then it gives you an opportunity to be able to tune into the cards to see if you get any sort of indication as to whether this card or several of the cards have a message for you. Because one card might have a message for you, 2, 3, maybe all the cards will have a message for you. But it gives you the opportunity to practice. Now more than ever, we want to open up those communication lines with spirit, with your higher self, with your angels and guides, depending on what your belief systems are. Because when you're listening and following your own intuition, that's when you're aligning with your soul, with your soul's purpose. Let me see these messages. Mando Lopez is in the house. Hello there. Hi. And, what does that say? Testin. Hi, mama. Hi, how are ya? I'm going to change the view so I can see those messages better. Yeah, that will be better. Thanks for the heart emoji. Love it. So we're going to practice our intuition. Let me choose the deck here. Just something silly. I did a barbecue the other day, and I know how to work a barbecue, but I was a bit distracted, and I turned on the gas, right? And instead of lighting it immediately, I started doing some other stuff, right? And then when I finally lit the barbecue, these huge flames, like, and then I smelled some burnt hair. So my hair was up in a bun. And I said to my daughter after, I'm like, do I still have hair? Like, what's going on here? She says, yeah, it still looks fine. But then at the dinner table, my husband was like, what's going on with your hair? Because he could see these little singed pieces. So luckily, I still have my eyebrows. I haven't lost all my lashes, but it was a good reminder to pay attention to the gas. And don't wait so long. Hey, Yogini says third eye. Welcome. All right. So I have chosen the Animal Tarot deck. So these are the cards that I'm going to use for today. So let's see. Now I'm going to set the intention that whoever is watching this live or whoever watches the stream, whenever they watch it, these cards are going to be for what we need at that time. Okay. So if you're watching live right now, this is for what we need right now. We need that card. At least some of us will need that card. You might not have a message from all of these cards. Oh, okay. We got 4. Oh, I'm wondering if there might be another card that wants to come out. So I'm gonna wait with that, let that percolate and see if it calls out to me. But we have 4 cards that we're gonna be reviewing today. So I'm gonna start by showing you the backs of the cards. Now, what I would love is participation. You don't have to if you don't want to, but the participation that I would love is when you're tuning. Thanks for the gold award. Love it. I feel the love. It's Mellow Avenue. Thank you. They call me Mellow Yellow. Just butter it. You know that commercial? Anyways, commercials stick in my head. Obviously, the good ones, the ones that they've done a really good job. And Triptons is in the house. Hey, darling. How are you? I love it. All right. So this is going to be card number 1. So if you get any type of message, don't judge it. Just go with it, and you can type it in the comments. type, say card number 1, I got this. And if you don't get anything for a certain card, you don't have to write anything down there. And then we can review them after. And just see, like, you might get a message of, it might be a feeling, it might be a thought, it might be a visual in your head, it might be a color, it might be, you might be focusing on one area of the card. All right, so here's card number 1. For this first one, I'm gonna hold it a little bit closer to the Reddit crew, but YouTube, you can still see it, so focus. I'll bring it a little bit closer in a moment, okay? So if you want a closer view. So whenever you're ready, you're gonna close your eyes and then tune in a little bit deeper. I find I can go deeper into connecting with the energy when my eyes are closed. But first, it's nice to practice with all of your senses, right? So use your sense of sight to start and see if it seems bright or dark, or like, what do you get? Are you drawn to one area of the card or not? So the energy of the card is still here. If you haven't yet closed your eyes, you can take the time to close your eyes. And I'll catch up on messages. I see there's another message or 2 there, or a few. I am going to check in with that in a sec. So use all of your senses to tune in. Sometimes I can really feel the energy of the card in a certain body part, in a certain chakra. If you know anything about chakras, if you don't, know sweat. They're basically different energy centers. And so you can feel the cards sometimes in those center, which can give you an indication of how the message is going to relate specifically to you, because we can relate to these messages in our own unique way, depending on what's going on in our lives. All right, so that is card number 1. If I didn't hold it up long enough for you, you can let me know. If you're watching this after the fact, just pause it and have that card up there for as long as you like. Bob Bussington is in the house. Hello, Sunshine. Hello. How'd your Friday party go? It was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun. And you know what? If you missed a Friday night party but would like to still experience it, you can, because it's available on my YouTube channel, which is The Joyful Yogini. So you look for the Friday night party. I was actually on for 3 hours. It felt like 45 minutes, right? It did not feel like it was 3 hours. So you can check that out. Obviously, you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to, or you can just like listen to it while you're doing stuff. But it was great. I loved it. I feel power and pride, says Teston. That's very cool. So I haven't even been focusing on what these cards are. So it would be so interesting to see. I love the specifics that you wrote there. Here is card number 2. King is in the house. Hello. Welcome. Oh, so what does third eye say? Card 1, I'm thinking about the mind. The mind, I think. Okay, very cool. Let's see where this takes us. So this is card number 2. So first, tune in to the back of the card. See if you're drawn to any area of the card. See if any thoughts pop in, any emotions. Oh, we got someone else who's entered the studio. The YouTube studio. Love it. LP Kendo is in the house. Oh, from Colombia. Very cool. Awesome. All right. So the energy of the card is still there. If you haven't yet closed your eyes, please close your eyes and tune into the energy of the card. See if you feel it anywhere. See if any messages pop in, any thoughts, any ideas. We all have intuitive abilities. Our psychic centers are in our third eye and in our crown. So if you don't feel like you're getting any messages, you can even picture your third eye, beautiful spinning wheel of indigo energy. Picture that opening and opening. And that's the direct communication with your higher self that has all the knowledge of everything that you've gone through in this lifetime and all of your lifetimes. If you believe in that, I believe in that. And I've seen some of my lifetimes, so it's been pretty cool. And you can also picture your crown chakra, beautiful spinning wheel of violet energy, opening and opening. And that's your direct connection with source. And that is the knowledge, the collective knowledge, the knowledge that we've all gained through all of our lifetimes. And it's also where we connect with our angels and guides. All right, so that's card number 2. Let me know if you want me to hold that up any longer for you. But that is card number 2. Let me just quickly check messages here. Charlie to saluda desde Colombia. I don't know what that means unless your name is Charlie. Saluda, is that more like a hello? Like almost like salutations? I'm not sure. It looks like a griffin. Yeah, it is a griffin. I'm just showing you the backs of the cards right now, and that is a griffin. And I will show you the front of the card afterwards. So all these cards are going to look exactly the same right now. And so I'm going to show you card number 3. Here we go. Again, it's going to look the same. Card number 3. So focus on the back of the card. See if you're drawn to any area of the card. And even though it's the same card from the back, the other side, the card has very different energy than the other 2 cards. So see if you can feel the difference in that energy. And you're asking for acknowledgement as to if this card has a message for you. So how is your higher self, how are your angels and guides going to assist you in feeling the card and getting a message from the card if this card has a message for you? So maybe it will give you an indication through your emotions, through your thoughts, through pictures in your head, through things that you might smell. You know, every once in a while, I'll get a waft of, let's say, cigarettes, and that will remind me of my Uncle Frank. Or if I get a waft of beer and cigarettes, that will remind me of my Uncle Frank. No, my Uncle Frank, actually, it's just like the stale beer smell. And it reminds me of his scruffy chin. All right, did I hold that long enough for you? So if you haven't, I want to check messages. If you haven't yet closed your eyes, you're closing your eyes, you're tuning into the energy. I really think that the barbecue singed this. I don't remember this part of my hair being that short, but who knows? Maybe it was, and I'm just making stuff up. All right, so that is card number 3. I'm going to show you card number 4 in a sec. Ew, 6. I know. I used to smoke, but quit. Oh, congratulations on quitting. Yeah, that's great. I see fire when I close my eyes. Awesome. Very cool. Okay. What else? So third eye event said I can feel the difference in the energy, but I can really explain it. Maybe can't. Okay, can't really explain it. Okay, so try to hold on to that feeling then. Try to hold on to that feeling. Remember that feeling, and then we'll see what comes of it. All right, last card, card number 4. Here we go. So again, it looks the same as the other ones, but it will feel very different. And see if you get any type of messages. Use your 5 senses. Whenever you're ready, close your eyes and tune into the energy. Where do you feel it in your body? I find that works really well for me, is where do I feel it in my body? And just close my eyes and I'll just pay attention to what my body is doing and what area of my body I might feel this in. And I might feel it in a different area of my body than what you might feel it in. Because again, this message can relate to a different area in our life. Maybe a different pattern that we have, or a different area in our life we should be celebrating. All right. I'll bring that a little bit closer for you guys. And hopefully I held that up long enough for you. Right now, the energy is still here. More so, I'm just making sure that YouTube gets a little closer because you guys get a pretty good close up because the camera is closer to Reddit. All right, so we're going to be doing the reveal. Let me just quickly check messages. Okay, so there's no additional messages there. And then I feel connected to earth. Beauty of nature felt in lungs. Nice. Hey, Mama. Hey, Peter Parker. Hi, Lassie. How art ye? Ye a fine. I don't know what to say to that, but I like the creativity in your words. That energy was very playful and fun, so thank you for that. All right, so card number 1. Here's the reveal. So these messages are going to help us today and the next 6 days, right? So 7 days in total. And we're going to see which cards have a message for us and whether they relate to us. And if you want, when I reveal the message, and if you're thinking, how the heck does that relate to the message that I got, then you can refer to your comments and we can have even a discussion on it and try to go a little bit deeper. All right, so the first card is Chickadee, seeking the inner truth. Chickadee. And the call of the chickadee, I feel like it sounds like its name. Chickadee dee 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 dee. Chickadee dee dee dee. Have you ever heard of chickadee? They're super cute. Super cute. Their song is so light and beautiful. And its call is to seek that deeper truth. What does it say? Oh, Magyar. Hi, how are ya? So, as the card says, seeking that inner truth, that deeper truth. So sometimes we can have longings, we can have desires, things that we would love to be fulfilled in our lives. And sometimes our interpretation could be a little inaccurate. Maybe it's a little bit distorted, and there might simply be a distortion based on some patterning that we've had throughout our childhood. Maybe we even received some patterning with who we've been hanging around, as we've been growing up, things like that. And this distortion is preventing us from clearing the pattern and seeing the truth in our desire. And so in order to go deeper, we need to have an opportunity to feel our emotions. And sometimes our emotions can be a little uncomfortable. And sometimes we might be drawn to, let's say, drugs or alcohol to be able to numb the feeling of those emotions, or to just not even pay attention to them because we rather feel good. You know what? Innately, we want to avoid pain and seek pleasure. So it makes sense that sometimes we want to kind of numb out. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best choice, but sometimes that's what we're drawn to do because maybe we've had a really rough time and we need to have some peace, right? But when you can have the courage to sit within a bit of discomfort, then it can allow us to seek the truth. And so right now, for those of you who got any type of indication that this card would have a message for you today, journaling would be really important for you right now. Last night I was drawn to do a very simple journaling exercise in how do I want to be seen in the world? How do I want others to perceive me, to see me? What do I want to be known as? Because I've been having some just playing around with feelings on the inside and even trying to figure out, is that a true desire or is that just a fun, let's say, fantasy, Because, we can have a fantasy world, but then we can also have the world where we want to be in and maybe we want to be seen for. And not all of us want to be seen. And that can also be from patterns. So I took the time to journal about, let's just get really clear on what I want. And I was just writing down even just keywords. And those keywords created a better picture for me. And so now if I'm struggling with making a choice, should I do this or this, I can go back to, how do I want to be seen? What's important to me? And that will create that picture that I need to move forward in. Okay, so find some time to journal if this card was resonating with you, or even some time to meditate. Even if you do cards yourself, pulling cards specifically for yourself can be extremely therapeutic, because you can think about that area in your life where you're having some struggle, pull some cards, you can go deeper and deeper, pull some more cards to get a deeper explanation and understanding of each card that you draw. Okay, so it says this card resonates, and that's why I was thinking about the mind and doing a certain type of thinking. Yeah, that makes sense. And King says, I had thought about school and Griffin books from junior school. Interesting. So it's like the schooling of your own personal life, right? Your own. And I believe we're all on a journey, right? We're all on a journey, and we're here to learn about ourselves, to learn about each other, to learn about compassion, to learn about love, to learn about how to work with our emotions. Magyar lad, what be your day, mate? Okay, Tripton says, is suffering good for us? Like a cold shower, for example. Interesting. Yeah, so some people are drawn to maybe a little bit of pain, right? A little bit of mix, a little bit of pain in with a little bit of pleasure in there. I think it's going to be up to the individual as to whether suffering is going to be a good match, and really to the extent of the suffering, because that could be you can really generalize that, and someone can take that in a way of going to cutting, self-harm, things like that. So, I don't agree with actually hurting yourself, right? I don't think there's a place for that. But if you're drawn to that, I would talk to a therapist, right? I would go deeper with a therapist about that. But taking a cold shower, I know Anthony Robbins does it. And at the end of my shower, I'm not always drawn to it, but sometimes I'm like, all right, let's crank this puppy cold. And then we get it everywhere. It can be very revitalizing. It can be wonderful on your circulation, your respiration, and then feel refreshed. So something like that can be very tame. You're going for a cold plunge, right? But there's going to be levels on that suffering as to whether it's going to be a good match for you. And it's really going to be an individual thing, but take care of yourself, please. Okay. Oh, couldn't you really make it more obvious that you're Scottish? Talking to cute, angry Darl Elf. Can I get a hug? Oh, innocent guy here. I am so giving you a hug. All right. I'm so giving you a big, energetic hug. If you need a hug, I'm giving you a hug. All right. So let's go into card number 2. It's a cardio exercise, basically. Oh, of having a cold shower. That makes sense. All right. Card number 2. Love this card. Caterpillar. Good luck and new birth. Good luck and new birth. Caterpillar. Okay, so for those of you who resonated with card number 2, you will be experiencing some, we don't even have to call it, well, you can call it good luck. You can call it something to celebrate about. The celebration card came out in the weekly reading for the collective. So I think we're all going to have something to celebrate about this week. I have to burp my shake, my apologies. And a new birth. So something new is evolving. And I feel like this evolution could be from seeds that you've already planted. And then, so something is going to happen, whether it's going to be a phone call, an email, something comes in the mail, something, you're just going to notice some movement on something that you've already put forward on some type of project or an assignment or something. So there is going to be some positive movement and a birth of maybe even going in a direction that you didn't even realize. Like it's like someone or something, like something's going to happen where it's going to elevate it, help it to evolve on a new level that you didn't even realize, like your mind didn't even go there, which will be so brilliant. Definite cause for celebration. And when you think about that caterpillar, it was working hard at taking care of itself beforehand, right? And so you can also think about that. Maybe, so it's Wednesday right now, right? Think about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of giving yourself that self-care. Think over the next few days, what do I need right now? And make sure you're giving yourself that. So what do you need? And so that caterpillar fuels itself, and then it builds that chrysalis around them. And then they go through a beautiful transformation, right? They go through a beautiful transformation into that beautiful butterfly, the unfurling of your wings. So I feel like this will be, for some of you, it is going to be like that project, that initiative, that business, that career, that relationship. So something is going to evolve in a beautiful way, as if it's turning into that butterfly and things are expanding, transforming. So it's a transformation that will be happening. So that's a beautiful card. And then we're going to go into card number 3 in a moment. Okay, flowers. Awesome. Yeah, you can think about flowers growing and opening, bulbs maybe that you've planted and now those are opening. That's definitely, I can see that. And if that's what you saw in your head, that can definitely be a sign of transformation, evolution, growth, beauty, luck. Oh, innocent guy, thank you for the wholesome award. Thank you for the hug. I appreciate it with this award. Oh, thank you. Pure soul. Love it. And Magyar says, yay, yay. All right. Libby Bibby's in the house. Hi, sorry. You got cut off the other day. I know, I got cut off. And because I was already at that hour mark, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to keep going with because I was live on YouTube and then I posted it. So if you want to see the end of that stream of the weekly reading, it's on my YouTube channel. So you can just fast forward and then you can watch the end of that. So I'm sorry. I know Reddit gets cut off sometimes, but it is there for you. If this gets cut off, it will be available on YouTube. All right, that Libby Bibby, I'm so glad you're here. All right, card number 3, here we go. It is the porcupine. I'm going to show it to YouTube first over here, the porcupine, balancing work and play. Balancing work and play. I know I need to get this reminder sometimes, right? Because, hey, any other Capricorns out there that are watching this? I'm a Cappy, very work driven, very go, 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 take action, get her done. And if I'm working on something, I want so badly to finish it. Like just a little longer, let me finish it. But sometimes that can create imbalance, right? Sometimes you can forget about the other things that you can be doing in your life. Maybe household stuff gets a little awry, or not spending enough time with other family members, right? Maybe not having enough downtime, chill time, because you're go, go, go. Oh, there's a beautiful robin that is just outside my window, hanging out in the bush. And it's super cute, and it's so close. It is so close. I love it. Okay, so we need to balance work and play. So think about how that relates to you if this card, in fact, resonated with you. Maybe there's been a little bit of an imbalance, or maybe over these next 7 days, there's a chance an imbalance could happen because of different projects that are coming up, maybe some excitement that's coming up and that drive to accomplish it, to get it done. But keep on telling yourself, okay, what is important right now? What do I need to get down? What is my priority? And then, maybe there's some things you can leave for tomorrow, or leave for like 15 minutes and get outside and go for a walk. Do a quick little 15-minute, sun salutation yoga class to get your body opened and moving, and then go back to work and getting your things done. So when I also think about porcupine, I think about, sorry, I got an itchy nose. It's that time. Oh, Thwaffle's a Cappy. Hey, Thwaffle. Fellow Cappy. And Libby Bibby says, I'll go check it out. You are going to pull a card for me. Oh, Libby. Okay. So if I already started to pull a card for you, then it will be there. If I hadn't yet, and then losing that stream, I lost the energy from the stream. I'm like, okay. So I wouldn't have even recalled, because I need to go through my messages to be able to connect it with that energy. Okay, Klutzy, thanks for the Wholesome Award. Love it. So also when I think about porcupine, I think about its quills that are coming out. And porcupines are actually very gentle, loving little animals, right? And they wobble wobble as they kind of cross the road. They're very cute as they move, and they really only use their quills as defense. So think about that too, and think about how you might be using the sharpness of your voice, the sharpness of your energy, or maybe ignoring someone, and that can create a sharpness of energy when you're wrapped up and maybe have that imbalance, maybe too much on the work side and not enough on the play side. So maybe those quills will like kind of shoot out, not meaning to hurt others, but hey, it can happen. And it can hurt yourself if you get too much wrapped up into that imbalanced energy, more of that. If you're too much in that masculine, you have to find a way to get more into that feminine, so you can have the balance between the god and the goddess, between the action and the chill. All right, so that's card number 3. We're going to go on to card number 4. Oh, King, you got cut off. I'm glad you're back. I hope you didn't miss much. They're cute until they shoot your eye out. Yeah, triptans. That, I wouldn't think they'd be cute anymore. Keep your eyes away from porcupine quills. Definitely my recommendation. There's my public service announcement. All right, so card number 4 is the tortoise. Movement through pressures. Movement through pressures, tortoise. So if this card gave you an indication, so this is card number 4, if this card gave you any indication that it had a message for you, then here is the message. So when I think about a tortoise, I think they're pretty solid, right? They're pretty solid, those big, thick legs of theirs, right? And they plod along, and they're heavy, and so they go slow. They're not super agile, right? They take things slow, and it's almost like they can have the weight of the world on their back. So they have that beautiful big shell of protection. And turtles represent also Mother Earth, so that made me think of like the weight of the world. So for those of you who resonated with this card, there are things that you need to get done, and it might feel like you can't get through it as fast as you'd like to get through it. There's going to be things that will slow you down. We're also in a Mercury retrograde, and we have 2 other planets in retrograde, right? We have Saturn and I think Pluto. So we have 3 planets slowing us down. And we need to embrace that. We need to embrace the timing of everything. And when things have to get done, it's just taking one step in front of the other and just keep moving forward and trust you will get it done, and you get it done in the most beautiful timing. So embracing that. So how it says movement through pressures. It's also the pressure of the situation, the pressure of what needs to get done, or the urgency, or the priority to you or priority to others. It's going to create a very unique energy in the creation and the follow through of the actual initiative. And that type of energy is needed. I don't know if I'm giving it the message justice. I want to make sure I'm giving clarity. So I'm going to try to say that again. It might come out in the exact same way, but let me just feel into this energy. So the heaviness, the weight of getting it done, the pressure of slowing it down, all that is creating a unique energy within you. And if you take that unique energy and you stay optimistic with it, you stay positive with it, you stay trusting in all that will be getting done, that trust and that positivity and that optimism mixed in with the energy of the slowness and the unique pressure, it's all creating a very unique combined vibration. And that combined vibration is perfect for whatever you're pushing forward, whatever that initiative is. So trust in all of the process of that. Okay, just checking in messages. Third eye, last card is spot on for me. Oh, very cool, third eye. Mr. Vacation's in the house. How about the Yoni? The Yoni is doing great. Thank you for asking. Okay, third eye advance. I totally feel it. Nice. Oh, third eye, I love that. I love that. Okay, Libby Bibby says, unfortunately, you weren't in the middle of it. Wasn't meant to be. Yeah, Libby Bibby, I totally believe in that. If I didn't even start it, it wasn't meant to be for that day. So yeah, it's also a practice in letting it go, because that would have felt kind of like, kind of deflating. You know, you thinking I'm going to do a reading for you, and then it gets cut off. So it's like, and then needing to shift that energy to be in a place of, it wasn't meant to be. I need to clear out that heaviness. It gives you good practice to be able to do that in whatever you're facing. So I think that is what was meant. And maybe that was the message that you were meant to get on that day. All right, so those are the 4 cards. Do any of you have any questions about any of those cards? Any of you want to go any deeper in any of those cards with whatever messages you got, any questions that you have that you want to throw at me? And maybe the questions, not a big deal, it's all good. Okay, Libby Bibby, that's awesome. And you might even have questions in a totally different area, and that's fine too. Okay, Mr. Vacation says, I'm concentrating on my Shakti. Awesome. Mister, do it. That's wonderful. You concentrate on that. You feel that Shakti energy. All right. So any questions, anybody? Because that's basically it for Intuition Wednesday. So otherwise you can, because you're live with me right now, those of you that are live, you can ask additional questions. If you have a certain area in your life, you want a little bit of help. Maid of Honor's in the house. Hey, Maid of Honor. I haven't seen you or felt your energy in a while. It's good to have you in here. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. I'm not necessarily going to go yet. So Maid of Honor, if you have a question, you can throw it at me. And if any of you want me to pull a specific card for you, well, you can't ask, can I have that card? But anyways, if you want me to pull a card for a specific question that you have or an area that she wants some assistance in, what do you call 2 banana peels on the ground? Slippers. Wah, wah, wah. Thanks, Triptans. Thank you. Thank you for that humor. Love it. Do we have any other cheesy humor we want to throw out there? I can have total cheesy humor, so I love it. It doesn't have to be cheesy. If you have a different sense of humor, just come on, bring it on. It's all good. We need to help lighten each other up these days, right? Over here in Ontario, Canada, there was some hopefulness that maybe things were going to open up sooner. And there was talk that maybe the schools would be opening up again. And things are still up in the air. Apparently, Ford is not wanting to open the schools, but there's some type of announcement. I think that's supposed to happen today. So there's definitely some ups and downs of emotions over here about that. And no doubt you have that going on wherever you are in your own unique way and whatever stage you are with COVID or other things in your life. Okay, Maid of Honor says, I do have a question. Struggling with self-motivation on a streak of self-sabotaging stuff. So yeah, no, what am I doing wrong? Okay. Oh, I really feel, what am I doing wrong? I feel that sadness of not being good enough and not doing it right. And you know what? I'm feeling it in the solar plexus, and it feels sad and heavy. And I want you to know that you're always doing the best that you can, and trust that you're in your journey where you're meant to be in your journey. So I'm going to pull a card for you, and we're going to see what other information comes up to help to shift that energy. So we can have some patterns. Everyone can listen to this. We can have some patterns that can create self-sabotage. And that just seems to be a term that can go well with it, but it can also be a heavy term, right? So we can even switch that term up, that we can have some patterns that will encourage us to act in a certain way because of these patterns, because we're seeing situations coming from a certain lens, and it can be a lens of distortion. And once we keep on having learnings and growth and seeing things more clearly, remembering who we are, getting more and more alignment with our soul. And as we go more and more alignment with our soul, and as we start clearing out patterns, we see things in a situation in a different lens. We see things in a different lens. And then we can react to situations in a different way because we have a different perspective. And then the patterns of actions and emotions, those can start dissipating. And so trust that where you are right now is perfect, and please don't be hard on yourself. And so Maid of Honor, I'm going to pull some cards for you. So what does Maid of Honor need? Okay, so the two cards that came up. So the first card that came up is upside down, and it's the flow card. So I'm going to turn it up for now so you can see it. Beautiful card. So flow. So see who else can resonate with this card, because I think there's other people on this live stream. I'm just making up some words. Strom. That will be able to resonate with this card. So the message here is find an easier path forwards. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. Surrender the outcome. Release expectations. Because when you have expectations, maybe touch my nose again, when you have expectations of things going in a certain way, in order for them to be right, in order for you to feel that you are doing good or well, you have this expectation things need to look in a certain way. It creates energetic constriction, and it can prevent you from flowing forward. It's actually you're paddling against the current. So when you have no expectations and you're like, okay, universe, this is what I would love. Like, this is what I want to feel. These are the, I want to be happy in this area of my life. I want to feel loved. I want to feel respected. I want to feel successful. I want to feel vibrant. I want to have a social life. I want to feel like I'm being hugged and I'm loved to the fullest. Whatever that it is you're wanting to experience, you put that out there and then trust. And I've used this analogy before. Get the heck in the back seat. Stop trying to get in the front seat. Someone say, hey, Joyful. I'll double check on the messages in a sec. And instead of taking that steering wheel and fighting against that wind, I think about if I'm ever driving to Hamilton, Ontario, there's that big bridge that's crazy because the wind can be so intense on Sundays. Like sometimes they need to close the bridge because that intensity of the wind is so strong and can be so dangerous. And you have to struggle with that steering wheel to try to keep going your path, keep going, because this is a path that you think you need to take to stay safe, right? So instead, no longer using the driving analogy, right? Just instead, in real life, as things are flowing, trust that they're meant to flow this way, because sometimes we might need to go on a meandering path in order to get to, let's say, the next stop. I'm not saying the final destination, because there never is a final destination, right? We keep learning and growing and moving along our own journey, and our own unique journey, which would be different from other people's, right? So, yeah, it's about going with the flow, getting on your raft, getting in that stream and seeing where it takes you. And when you get ideas and inspiration, it's following those ideas and inspiration. It's taking action when you're inspired, but not fighting to make something happen. That I must make this work. I got to change my life. That creates struggle and congestion of energy. But when you have that inspiration is, oh, I want to do this. This is going to feel so good. That's very different than, oh, I got to make this work. Otherwise I'm going to fail. Very different energy. Okay. So with it being upside down, it means there's a not of going with the flow right now. Okay. So this is a reminder to let go of the reins, let go of the steering wheel, and allow yourself to flow. And the other card that came up for you is patience. Patience. Trust that everything is happening in beautiful divine timing. And you might have some expectations of when you want to see things happen. Because otherwise it makes you feel uncomfortable if it's not coming to fruition yet. But basically it says pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait, or whilst you wait. A lot of people in the UK use whilst or whilst, or I think it's whilst, right? Anyways, I love that. I totally love that. I'm not used to saying it, so it does not come off my tongue in an eloquent way in any means. All right. So I hope that helps. And I just want to catch up on messages. Okay. All right. So head for the hills is in the house. I'll take a card around family. There's a concern there. All right. Head for the hills. And then Libby Bibby, after being hit by a car in April, I've mentally shut down. Any message will be helpful and much appreciated. Okay, Libby Bibby, I'm so sorry you're having a rough go there. Jack Wath is in the house. Hey, Joyful. I haven't connected with your energy in a while. And Triptons is sending Libby Bibby good vibes. I love it. Fairy Dragon, hot Yogi Bomb. Thanks, Fairy Dragon. That's an awesome compliment. I really appreciate it. And Fairy Dragon says, I watched a documentary about travel, and then I went traveling because why not? Fairy Dragon, I love it. That's very inspirational. Going with the flow. You took that inspiration and you ran with it. All right. So I'm checking the messages over here on YouTube. And Mr. Vacation, are you married? Yes, I am. Yes, I am married. Have a few kids. Feeling the Shakti energy over there. All right. So we are going to, I want to pull a card for Head for the Hills. And Reddit, if we lose the stream at all, just trust in that. Now I'm getting hot with that. I can go back to just wearing shorts. Yeah, trust in the process of that. And YouTube will still be streaming. And you can always check on YouTube if by any chance the stream stops. All right. Head for the Hills. This is for you, Head for the Hills. Let me just double check. All right, yeah, Head for the Hills, and then we'll go for Libby Bibby. All right, so what does Head for the Hills need? Okay. Clear quartz. Get crystal clear. Get crystal clear. Okay, so if you have family concerns, what would you like to see happen in regards to those family concerns? What would you like? How would you like things to transform and shift? You get to choose. You get to choose the way you want to see things. You might even want to journal about it. Journaling this week is going to be really good. So you might want to journal to get crystal clear on how you would like to see those family things shift. And I need to pull a follow-up card for you. So along with journaling, the follow-up card is Heal Your Heart. Rainbow Obsidian, Heal Your Heart. The way you are dealing with the situation, the way you are responding to this situation is being driven or energized, like the fuel of the way you're feeling and reacting to this situation is being fueled from a heart trauma. And this heart trauma, it could have been from this lifetime, it could have been from a past lifetime, or even ancestral stuff that is coming up to the surface to be healed. And just tune into your heart energy right now. Tune into your heart. I want you to feel the depth of your heart.
No, it's like a triangle.
Feel the energy in there.
Like beside your...
Okay, I'm going to be sending some energy to your heart chakra for healing. Just be open to receive the healing.
It's there, it's there right now for me because I've already finished that.
I'm sending you self-love.
Okay, can I...
You don't deserve, this is the wording that's coming, you don't deserve harshness. You deserve love and light and peace and serenity. You deserve to feel calm and loved.
So you have to close the page and then reopen it and then go to the anchor.
You're receiving a pink energy that's going in. So that gives me the indication that it is self-love. And this energy is coming from the divine. There's a beautiful purple hue within it, just like that was coming from that actual crystal. That beautiful crystal that I showed you had purple and pink energy. And I see that all coming into your heart right now, helping to heal, helping to transmute the density of past trauma. You deserve to be loved to the fullest. You deserve to experience calm and peace. There's like feelings of like irritation, and let's soothe that irritation. That irritation is almost prickly. Prickly, stingy, it's like you're getting stung. Yeah, the energy is still going into your heart. I don't know if you can feel it, but it's the energy. It's almost like it's rippling outwards. It's rippling outwards as it's healing and fueling you. Now I'm seeing you like a baby being swaddled. And this could happen to any one of us as a baby, being around parents who are strung out, stressed, irritated, and it could be very abrasive and stingy. And so I feel like with the sensitivity of who you are, the experience of that has created, it's like a trauma, right? It was not feeling safe and loved and secure, and just feeling discomfort and stinginess. And I feel like it also created digestive upset within you, like that acid reflux type of thing. So we're helping the baby within you, that inner child, that inner baby, helping you to, it's like it's going back in time, but all time is all relative. So it's like helping that baby within you to now feel safe and calm and peaceful, and to it's like quenching the stinginess. And it's like if you have a sunburn and you're putting aloe all over it, all over your skin to help soothe and cool. So that's going to keep on working, okay? That energy is going to keep on doing its thing. Just allow it to do its thing. Treat yourself with a lot of love. Give yourself the calm and peace and tranquility that you need. If you have the ability to have a nap today, I would have a nap. Give yourself some extra soothing, okay? And then we're going to go to Libby Bibby. You can let me know if that resonates for you. Head for the hills. And I'm just catching up. Maid of Honor, as for going with the flow, thinking about going on an impromptu solo trip for like 3 or 4 days. Cool. Is that something that'll help, or should I hold back on that? You know what, Maid of Honor? This is where you need to trust in that internal meter of, is that right for you? Is it not? You need to trust in that. If you were inspired in going on that trip, then go on that trip. Don't let fear hold you back. But if it was just, it was just like, maybe I should go on a trip and it didn't really feel that inspired, then maybe don't, right? You need to make that choice. You need to tune in and trust in the amazingness that you are. You do have that internal guidance system. So I went for a Tangier, Morocco, Barcelona, Spain by foot, Fairy Dragon. I love that adventure. So awesome. The next big trip that I plan to go on is around the Black Sea by foot. I know it's hard, but it's okay. Wow, so cool. Who is she talking to? Oh, Ben, I was talking to Head for the Hills. Horse Dance, you. Hey, Horse Dance, thanks for the power. I appreciate it. Okay, so I am going to back up, and we're going to go for Libby Bibby now. Ooh, the energy. I'm really feeling the energy. It is getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm going to take my clothes off. Well, I'm not, but that song just came to mind because I'm getting very hot. All right, Libby Bibby, I'm going to take from Healing with the Angels. All right, this is my very first deck that has been very well loved. All right, so what does Libby Bibby need to get unstuck? Okay, a bunch of cards came out. First of all, Libby Bibby, before I even look at the cards, I am drawn to say that the accident that you were in, even though it was very traumatic, and it really took its toll on you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, it was meant to be, and it's been a process to help you to rebuild your body, mind and spirit. And so you've needed to have that quiet time. And now it's time to get out of that victim place. You are very, you know, it is totally okay that you've gone there and you've needed to go there, and you've needed to go through various emotions such as anger and frustration and sadness and resentment. Like, you've needed to go through all of those emotions. They've all been super important, and it's so important for you to embrace every single one of those. But now it is time to step back into your power. You need to step back into your power. It's no more, there's no more of a need to be able to hold on to that accident as almost like a crutch to stay small. Okay, now it's going to use that crutch to stand up, stand tall, find that inner power, and to move forward into the beautiful strength and power of who you are to the core. And I know you're feeling the vibration of my words, my voice. All of that is infusing the cells within your body. In particular, it's going right into that third chakra, your solar plexus. This is your power center. This is where your inner flame is, that strength, your confidence, your courage, your willpower. This is being ignited. You're still going to have some waves of emotion as you're working through the trauma of the experience, the trauma of the actual experience and the trauma of the aftermath. I feel like those are almost like separate things that you've been needing to, the word that comes to mind is conquer. Like, it's like, I gotta make it to the top of that mountain. Okay, so you are just about at that peak. But there is a little bit more ways to go, and that's you working through the rest of the mental and emotional state, which you will be creating that shift for yourself. So let me see what cards came up. Okay, so the first card is emerging. Emerging. You are emerging. You are transforming, transmuting that butterfly. You are evolving into remembering who you are, aligning with your soul. You're getting clearer. All these emotions that have been coming up have been helping you to get clear on what you want and what you do not want and what you're going to create in your life. You are a creator, and it's time right now to decide what you're going to create. No more being in that victim state, because that victim state is waiting and hoping that something's going to change, but that's in a place of weakness when you're in that waiting and hoping. But that hoping is definitely way better than when you were in anger and resentment, right? Like, you are definitely on that amazing upswing. You've come so far, and you need to celebrate how far you've come, because you are truly aligning with yourself. So that is cause for celebration. Now, the next card that came up is music. So there's something about music that you have been neglecting to listen to, but be okay with that. Embrace that. You've been where you've been at, and that's totally okay. But music is a beautiful healing tool for you. Turn on that music, play music, sing music, whatever you are drawn to. But music for you is super important. It is what lights you up. It's going to ignite that creativity. We want to get that second chakra going, right? That's the center of your creativity, your joy, your abundance, your fertility, and your sexuality. We want all that to be ignited, okay? Use music to do that. Turn it on, play it, sing it, dance to it. However you are drawn to it, please use music. That is going to help shift it. And actually, what I was seeing in my mind's eye is that Kundalini energy being ignited. that coil, that snake, that serpent coming up and igniting and balancing and honoring and just, yeah, lighting up all of those chakras coming right up and aligning with you. And this can be an intensive process. So you need to listen to your body, give yourself the rest that you need. When those emotions are coming up, also give that a signal as you need to chill, okay? You need to chill, you need to breathe. If yoga is a good match for you, check with your doctor. If yoga is a good match for you, then do some light yoga. If meditation is a good match for you, do that. Get a lot of chill time, breathing time. The last card that came up is study. It's time for you to get some new knowledge. You're going on a fun learning journey. And so pay attention to what is exciting you. Have you been drawn or considering taking a course? Taking a course, getting a certification, having a new career path potentially, right? Think about what you're drawn to and go for it. So if you've been already thinking about doing something, this is a confirmation of go for it, Libby Bibby. Okay, and this is going to actually help to redirect your thoughts, and it will help with the healing process, because that excitement of learning something new too is going to help you to fuel all of you, as opposed to you just focusing on healing. Bringing in these other elements is going to help with that healing process even more so. And the thought that is coming into mind is the blame game. So I know that whoever was involved with this accident, you don't have to do this, but if you can find a place to forgive, it will help with some of the density and energy that is within your body. And that would be so brilliant if that could leave. If that density, that resentment, that anger, if that can either just outright leave or simply transmute into forgiveness and compassion, we're all doing the best that we can. And it really sucks what happened. Absolutely, it sucks. But also, if we trust in the journey of it, trust in the experience of it and what it was meant for you, then it can make it easier to be able to transition to a place of compassion and forgiveness, and know that they were doing the best that they could with wherever they are at within their learning journey. Okay. And that can help to lighten things up within you, because when you have that, it's not harming them, it's harming you. It's harming you. And what I want you to experience more so is the flow and love within yourself. You want to bring in that love, because that helps with the healing process. All right. You can let me know if that resonates. Okay. Head for the hills, Libby Bibby. Sending good vibes. Okay, I'm just catching up. Oh, my messages keep scrolling. I'm going to go near the bottom. If I've missed anything, feel free to let me know. Okay, so I read that. Head for the hills. Thank you for the helpful award. Alexa, order new bed sheets. I just sharded. Thank you, Thanos. That is hilarious. Okay, I got my third leg stuck in the washing machine. Interesting. Okay, Libby Bibby, your words before the cards truly resonated with me. My whole body felt it. Nice. The words were spot on as well. Libby Bibby, that's beautiful. You are so welcome. That's awesome. All right, everybody. It is 1:44. It is a good time for me to wrap this up. So thank you so much for watching. I love that you all came on. And if I would love if you would come to my Friday night party. So Friday night party is always 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be live on YouTube and live on Twitch for the Friday night party. And you know what? It's a little bit different every Friday night, but usually beautiful channeling messages come through. Sometimes I am channeled in meditation. Sometimes I am passing out healing, and it's so brilliant. It's always the perfect people that are coming on, the beautiful combination of people that come in live, because that is what inspires the healing, right? As to who's going to be there. And yeah, we'll have fun too. I actually, last Friday, I had a really fun theme. I haven't thought about the theme for this Friday night. If you have any suggestions and you're drawn to send me a DM, you can do that this Friday on my podcast. So you can check out my podcast. It's on Podbean live at 12:30 p.m. on Friday, the first Friday of every month. It used to be every Friday, but now it's the first Friday of every month. And the theme for this Friday is, what is your kink? And if you have any kinks and want to talk about it, you want to share about it, you can either type in your messages, or if you have earbuds, headphones, you have it plugged into your phone, you downloaded the app, you can also call in live to the show. And I would absolutely love to make this super interactive. My alter ego, Madame Euphrosyne, goddess of joy, she is the host of the show. So you will definitely see Madame Euphrosyne, or hear her since it's podcast, right? You will hear her, but also the joyful Yogini will be there as well. We go back and forth. And I was trying to get a special guest on the show. I haven't heard back from her, but I'm hoping I can get her on. So I'll leave that on the down low and see if I do get a response from her. But I would love it if you could join live with the podcast. So thank you, everybody. So anyways, from my light to your beautiful, amazing light, everybody. Namaste. See you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, YouTube. Thanks for being there. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm so glad you were able to come. Mwah! See you later, everyone. Bye.